Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Pretty cool. We did some Cali compliant grocery bags today. 12 column multicam Pals micros back there. OD black cop rigs. 8 column Pals micros in multicam. Shotgun rigs, all this other stuff. If there's something you want to look out, shout it out. We'll come back, take a look. Got split front chest rigs, 308 in Woodland and Highlander. AK M4s, there's some tiger stripes back there. There's some multicam black. We actually have quite a few of those Woodlands and a few other colors. There's a big stack of multicam back there. OD large tool bags, OD small tool bags, modular NSW chest rigs. I've been outside the last 3 hours, so I'm not sure what's over here on the table. Looks like nothing is over here on the table. Bunch of Doge and Trump bags. Tool bag light pieces. All right, I don't see anything over here. I guess that's what they got finished today. We've got AKM4 micros underway. I've got tear-off panels in OD. What would you use this for? You could put a utility pocket or, breacher tools or whatever. Medical pouch, and then you can rip this off. This side stays on, this side pulls off, and you can attach whatever you want to it. Got a bunch of these multi-cam bags here going. More Rallyman mag pouches. Butt packs, boot bag Tropic, padded night visions and multicam, AK M4s and OD, and all of this stuff here also. John Crewer, how are you? Benjamin Brewer, Steve Anderson, what's up? Amanda, what's going on? Vince Vega, can you show us? I don't have any. I don't think so. I'll go over there and we'll look. Order it. We'll build it. We blow through all those 6x6s so damn quick when we run them. We can't make enough of them. And then once we're out of them, when we have an order, then they get run. They just keep going in circles. Chuck, what's up? Byron, what's up? Gold Leader, Tom, Lennon, what's up? Star Wars Alpine Pack. Yeah, we'll go over there. I usually lose signal when I walk over there. 6x, yeah, I don't have any. They're red, dude. They're red. They'll have a black pull tab. They'll look like this, and they'll have black webbing on them, or they'll look like that, and they'll have black pull tab for the front pocket. 6x6s are on the table under the pile. Got it. Okay, here's red. They look like that. And they're square. This one's just crushed down. They're square, they're 6x6. Flat pocket on the front. Star Wars bag right here. Right here. We'll take these over in case signal dies over here. See if I can prop this here for a second. Can you see it? No, you can't see shit, can you? All right, I'll be back in a minute. I think it's got quite the stormtrooper look to it. DJ Guzman, what's up? Chuck, I don't see the tear-off panel just showed. John just showed. It should be tear-off panel, literally. I think that's what it's called. A rip-off panel, maybe? Have several 6x6 work great on the front of vehicle med bag. Yeah, they absolutely do. 6x6s work great on this bag also. Tomorrow we're going to build a 6x12. So you can put CQB mag pouches for mags. You could put a triple and a single and get 4 singles. Guess I'll have to go to the site and see what I can order. Hey, Scott, what's up? Spags, what's up, man? How are you? Any gym bag? Not right now. We're about to run OD black gym bags, so order one of those and you'll get it quickly. If you want something else, order it. We'll run them. We have pallets of Cordura coming in anytime now. We got tons of Cordura, tons of other materials and stuff. We ordered multiple rolls of every color. They lied when they said we would be typing on a keyboard all the time. Yeah, all thumbs, absolutely. They also said you're not going to have a calculator with you. You don't even have to know math anymore. You just ask the computer. Brandon, what's up? Thinking for the May giveaway, maybe a Concept 206. Nah, it'd be too much logistics with shipping. That all falls on Amanda to do those giveaways. Giving away SOE bag next week, Midwest Preparedness. There you go. Spags, we're having a party here, June 14th. Love to have you out if you can make it. Ran into old math teacher at the grocery store last year. Thanks for lying. They believed it. They didn't know. It wasn't a lie. They probably truly believe that. And not all teachers, but keep in mind, those who can't teach. Teachers are there and they are teaching the curriculum they are required to teach you. Most of those teachers, they couldn't go into the real world and do other shit. Most of them are very bare minimum, if you think about it. I was smarter than most of the teachers that I had. Frosty, what up? Glenn Young, what's up? How are you? Hey, do you have camping gears? Camping gears? Like camping gear? I have shit that you can use for camping, but we don't really call ourselves a camping gear company. We make military and law enforcement equipment. We sew it on all these sewing machines right here. Kiri, hello. Saw a girl who had a business degree but couldn't spell. I can't spell. Think about it. I'm the worst fucking speller. If you get an email and you can even make out some of the words, that's because fucking spell correct auto-corrected the shit I typed. I don't fucking care. There are many times when I put a post out on social media and I spelled it wrong and I know it's fucking wrong. I put it out on purpose because I get more fucking traction when I spell shit wrong. Did I just see camo color they sell at the gas station, that urban white tricolor camo on a roll? Oh, you talking about this bullshit? I bought this forever ago. I don't think we've ever cut it. I've got this ocean shit here. Prime, I think it's Prime camo. They were trying to be like Cryptek. They make like 12 different patterns. I've got so much different shit in here. This one here, I think it's Nomad. Might be Highlander. I think it's Nomad. I've even bought it more than once. I've got a couple little rolls of it. There's all kinds of shit in here. I recently bought this, I think. It's the newer Advantage. It's not Max 4, it's like Max 7 or something. The Marines wore that urban camo in the Rock. Did they? I kind of like it. We had all the Warrior 2000 stuff. We built a ton of gear for Warrior 2000, and that's where the T-block stuff came from. Studied etymology. I'm thinking entomology, like study of bugs. I have it in purple also, Brandon. Gas station camo. 3H, what up? master debater kind of shit speller. Are your local building officials decent to work with? When you set the phone down, I saw your very code compliant fire extinguisher and signage, which prompted me to wonder. The only reason we have those, I don't have any code guys here. I don't have I don't fall under codes. I don't fall under zoning. I'm out of the city, so I don't have to deal with any of those motherfuckers. And we have some real little cunts here for the city. I have this because when we bought a new building insurance policy, he required fire extinguishers, and our insurance salesman, kind of the broker, he said, hey, I've used this guy before, so call him. So this dude showed up and put all these fire extinguishers in, and he wanted like $200 for these fire extinguishers. And I said, hey, I have all these other ones over here, and I just haven't put them up. I bought them at Costco. And he's like, well, they're kind of different and blah, blah, blah. And I took them out of the box, and I'm like, bro, I can't tell the difference. You're going to sell me these $200 fire extinguishers, and you're telling me I need like a dozen of them. And I have these fucking 10 right here in the boxes. So he put them up, and he's like, by law, you have to have this sticker and this sticker. And he charged me like fucking $20 for these stickers. I bought one fire extinguisher. I had others. And basically what it comes down to, he didn't say it, but in a roundabout way, I kind of took from the conversation, if you don't buy this, I will report you to somebody. I don't know who. So I ended up paying this motherfucker like $600. He was here for like an hour. $600 for him to put these fucking stickers on the wall, which I found on Amazon for like 50 cents. And I've never seen the dude again. He came in here and he's like I kind of figured, I feel like he was an prior service dude, but he came in his little uniform. I mean, he might be a super nice guy, but like I've been in business for fucking 35 years, and I feel like I was being bullshitted really like he's going to come in here and that's his service and shit. But he was going to charge me fucking a couple $1,000. And the fire extinguishers I put up, I'm pretty sure this is one of his, this Amerix, I think. But the other ones at the other doors and shit, they're the same fucking thing. Like they're exactly the same thing. And he's like, well, these ones aren't serviceable. And I'm like, yeah, but for $35, I can just go buy new ones every year when I'm at Costco. Yeah, bribes everywhere. Do you remember his name? Time for another cube? Nah. Just wait. Those guys will show up. Papers, please. Yeah, papers, please. He said, yo, papers, please. Has his ham radio license for, yeah, absolutely has a fucking ham radio license. True Timber state colors from my AO. I like the True Timber straight color. Got it. Since your business, did you ever have an inspector tell you you can only have so many people in the building? No, I don't have inspectors. Inspectors don't come here. They came here once, and I told them they couldn't come in. I don't even remember what they were trying to inspect. I said, you can't come in here. But, I don't know what to tell you. Go away. You can't come in here. My answer always is, you don't have enough guns. And they like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you don't have enough guns to come here and do what you want to do. So the next time you come back, you better come with a lot of men with a lot of fucking guns. I tell them exactly like that. And we never see them again. Here's another one, which I paid all this. He charged me to put this tag on. See, this is one of the Costco ones, but he charged me to put this little thing in this tag here. And then, I think I paid like $25 for this plastic thing and, $15, $20 a sticker. Floyd Fine Arts. What's up, Hunter Floyd? Wanting to evaluate. Yeah, the tax guy. Can we go upstairs? No, you can't go upstairs. What? You can't fucking go upstairs. You don't have enough guns. What? Well, there's a lot of guns here, and you don't have any. So when you come back, you better come back with a lot of fucking guns. Adam Scott, what's up? Why to put stickers? Everyone knows. Yeah, everyone knows it's a fucking... Because it's some more bullshit they can fucking sell you. I literally, when he left here, I went on Amazon and put in fire extinguisher stickers, fire extinguisher sign. All the shit he sold me, I paid him like $680. I could have bought everything I needed off Amazon for $100. Same shit. Here's the other ones. And they're supposed to go, I think they want them on the opposite. This one was wrong here. I think they want them on the opposite. I don't remember which way it goes. I think they're supposed to be maybe opposite the hinges or on the hinge side. I don't remember. But as you see, his stickers aren't sticking to Cordura right here. Which I think for inspection wise, I think you're supposed to have all this bullshit. Or he said you're supposed to have all this bullshit. Ian, what's up? Honestly, need to get a small extinguisher. You do, and you really need multiples of them. If you've ever been out and had an oil line break or anything, we bought a HCR radiator, and it has an oil cooler built in, right? So it's got an oil and a radiator fluid. It's big. It's way oversized. It's for race cars, and it's on the Razor. So we relocated after we crashed the Razor and broke the radiator literally into completely two pieces. We relocated it to the back because I wanted to be able to, with the bumper, to be able to hit things, other vehicles, and not have the radiator up front. So we relocated it to the back. And the high pressure line, my buddy made the high pressure lines, and they were not, they weren't seated all the way. He had a problem with the crimping on them. And the first time we took the Razor out and ran it, one of the lines popped, and that oil started dripping on the motor, and the car caught fire. You could see the mushroom cloud of black smoke, the oil burning, from the shop, and we were about a quarter mile away. And we just pulled into the nearest house we could find, and thank God they had a fucking hose. So we're spraying water on an oil fire, but there was a hose attached to the hose bib, and we were able to turn it on, and we got the fire out. And it melted some plastic and some covers and shit. But you need to have way more fire extinguisher than you think you need, and multiples of them. Like, if you buy the fire extinguishers, you're never going to wish you didn't have them at that point. Like, I've got these larger ones right here. You want to have multiples of these things. You really want to. And they've got custom, billet brackets for them and shit for side-by-sides and, dune buggies and all that shit. Most of the signage is a TOSHA requirement. Tennessee OSHA. Got it. Reed Bullet. Are you the fire extinguisher guy that came here and sold the fire extinguishers to me? I was told if you see black smoke, the fire is still lit, and if you see white smoke, it's out. Well, our fire was fucking lit. Fire extinguishers are for quitters. I have a 7-pound and a 3.5 in every car. Nice. We burnt down a house last year from a broken wash-down line on an asphalt paver. The PD, the FD won't refill them. The extinguisher company does it. Yeah. Yeah. Our firefighters here are going to show up and watch your house burn down. They're not going to put your house out. Window ladder, second floor. Yep, they got some cool ones that hook on the ledges and all kinds of shit. They've got some good telescopic ones also. We carry a 30-footer in the 4Runner. Put a fire out in the Integra with the beer because that's all we had. No, I'm actually a fire chief. Right on, man. Where are you located? You don't have to tell us. Just curious. You're here in Tennessee, I take it? Halon fire. Well, the problem with halon fire extinguishers, though, as you know, having been in the Navy, halon removes all the oxygen, right? So you can't breathe when halon deploys, is my understanding. I confirmed 1 quart pouch does fit 308 Magpul D50 drum. Oh, good info. It's about 50% not big enough front to back. Does not fit. Got it. Does not. Does not fit. Got it. Hopping off. Trying to get extra work done so I can come next Wednesday. Right on, dude. And fire extinguishers too. Like not, I mean fire, smoke detectors and O2 detectors, right? Nobody wants to buy that shit. First thing Jaeger did when we moved here was gave me a bunch of fire smoke detectors. And he said, I always want to buy people stuff they need that they won't buy themselves. That's what I like to give for Christmas. And now they're running, you know, they have lithium batteries in them and stuff, and they come with the batteries in them, and they run for 10 years. Fire inspector out of North Carolina. Saw a dude shoot himself in the head at the range last weekend, and the ambulance wouldn't come to help him until the cops came first, and he died because it took too long. Would he have, do you believe he could have survived that had they come earlier? I would suspect not. And was that intentional? Like, was that a suicide attempt? Hood Billy, what up? I just like halon because I don't have to clean it up. Yeah, I guess you don't. Tennessee, near Memphis. Right on, Reed. We actually go to Memphis several times a year. We do like abandoned buildings and go to antique stores and stuff. We go eat. We'll eat at Capitol Grill there sometimes. Fire extinguisher work better than a smoke in a hallway or house dedicated to make it through chem extinguishers, like Lake Jaeger said. Do you do fire drills with your equipment, and do you have an egress plan? No, we don't. Go to the door. Everybody knows where the doors are. What kind of sewing machines do you use? The kind that takes a needle, goes up and down. Walking foot and compound walking foot is the answer. If you're asking me what you should buy, if you want to spend $1,500, buy a Conso 206. If you want to spend $2,500 to $3,000, buy a bigger Juki. Found a good use for the Cadbury egg pouch. Perfect to hold the cutter and lighter in a cigar pouch. Oh, nice. What's the best way to clean up after using a fire extinguisher? I don't know. I don't know. One of these guys can tell us, I'm sure. Bush Catch Fire only had one fire extinguisher. Ever since then, one in every room. It was an accident, but the protocol where I live is to call in a shoot. Yep, they want to secure the scene. Someone was shot in an yep, but they don't. That's just how it is, man. Excavator depends on the degree of fire damage. Is a walking foot mean the top and bottom move the fat? That's that's absolutely what it means, Brian. Yep. Told you a couple months ago about an M249 we got on a traffic. Yeah, you did tell me that. I got some interesting follow-up info. I'm interested. Yeah, I'm curious. There's been a lot of weird shit being found in traffic stops lately. Mostly, illegal aliens, or at least the ones they're reporting on. May the 4th bag, they're pretty nice. Did you see them? You want to see them? Some idiot brought tracer rounds to the indoor range, burn it down. Really? Really? Most indoor ranges, I mean, I guess if they have the rubber fill in them, I guess the rubber could catch on fire. West Tennessee Prepper, what up? You can collect all two. You can collect all 2 bags. It's all the unspent powder that goes downrange, sits on the. Oh, got it. Okay. Like some of the target pits or the back wall, they would use shredded tires in some of the indoor ranges. At least they used to in California. Do you have any modern farm equipment? Everyone I know that has new John Deere equipment has problems with electronics. I don't. I have a John Deere. It's a diesel, 35 horsepower, old, no electronics. 4-wheel drive, open cab, no cab. And then I have a SVL skid steer, SVL 75. So it's like 74 horsepower, so it doesn't have DEF. It does have electronics. We've not had any kind of problems with it. I hear horror stories over the John Deere stuff, though. Some people are so dumb they survive because of warning. Yeah, absolutely. ATF DOD tracked the 249 back to Afghanistan, made its way from there into Mexico and then into Texas. My guess is it's one of the guns that was left there after the. Oh, maybe so. Maybe so. So it was a DOD. It was a military gun. Your SOE belts will last longer than you. We shipped a lot of SOE belts today. A lot of shredded tires in those, yeah. Paul Bennett, what's up? That's still how all the indoor ranges are set up here by me. Got it. Yeah, like when you to take all that shit out of there. I mean, imagine all the lead that's going to be in the air. I've seen what you've done with the Taliban, and I pray for myself. I watched Fat Electrician's video on cash for clunkers, 670,000 used cars destroyed to get people buying new cars. Yep. And you know what else it did? It took away your ability to have an EMP vehicle that'll run during EMP. It took away your ability to have a vehicle that doesn't tell on you. A lot of people are not aware, over the last 20 years, when you see all the highway construction, they're putting wires and shit across the lanes that you drive. And there's devices in a lot of those areas, different types of devices, where they can turn your vehicle off, kill your vehicle, and they track all of your shit, right? My Toyota trucks send me an email and a text message telling me when I need a service. They know exactly where you are all the fucking time. My 1991 Suburban doesn't have any of that shit, right? And when they took all those cars off the road, they took the inexpensive cars off the road that people could work on themselves also. My buddy have to clean the bullet trap. They would head to toe suit up, duct tape. Oh, Batman. Made a lot of money burning up motors steering cash for clunkers. That's why I still have 1964 Chevy Suburban 84 Midas. Nice. What about 2000 Taurus? I'm not familiar with it. I don't know. Ford Taurus, like the old police cars or something. Saw the Malaysian flight that disappeared, 3 orbs surrounding it, then disappeared into a black hole. When did that happen? About 5 more pounds. I'm going to have to order another boat. Right on. Good for you, dude. Jenks, what's up, man? So, how do we adopt one of those saws from Afghanistan? Do you guys stock retail anyway? No, we do everything direct to consumer. We had 63 U.S. dealers, 52 international. Maybe that's backwards. I turned off my entire dealer program probably about 10 years ago. Everything we do, we ship out of here direct to the consumer. Speeding tickets can be issued by automated systems using... Yep, absolutely. New Toyotas have dash cams. They record everything. Yep. Check Jimmy Dore. Two-part system. You drain the oil, pour the motor parts, pour the two parts, and it turns to glass when it heats up. Who was filming the plane? 71 truck. Nice. I was born in 71. I remember seeing the crushing the coolest fucking cars. Saw on a news report about it when it was going on. Yeah, that's fucking wild. Oh, RX-7. I had a GSL SE RX-7. Turbo. No power steering. Little race car. Did you have a brick and mortar dealers in California? Yeah, we had dealers when I was in California. We had dealers all over the United States. We had 4 in Japan, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Germany, Israel. We had dealers all over the place. Joshua Taft, we're great, man. Is there a town in Virginia or North Carolina that has private company with cameras all over the roads? Probably. During that, I remember seeing them crushing. Yeah, we read those. Cash for clunkers was absolutely is bullshit. 91 Honda CRX, nice. North Carolina. The road to get to the Colorado airport. What's the Colorado? Denver airport, right? That's the shape of the swastika and all the crazy shit around that. The toll road. That's the only way to get there. The only way you can get there is a toll road. Spain owns the toll road. Do you know that another country owns all the parking meters in New York? I can't remember which country it is. All the money that's collected from the parking meters goes to another country. Saudi Arabia. It's Saudi Arabia owns them. Reality's getting to be a dream, yeah. First gen RX-7s were great. It was fucking wild, man. It was so quick. LV, most casinos now use plate tracking camera systems. Yeah, if you see cops with like all kinds of weird cameras all over the car, they just drive through shopping mall parking lots, and they're plate readers, and they just run all the plates for warrants. That's Chicago with free parking meters. Flock Safety. They have cameras all over Virginia and even here in Maryland that track license plate, vehicle makes, and models and color. Yep, and they have them too with those camera systems that are up on the pods in all the parking lots, the security camera systems where you see the police, that little fucking scissor lift, they're doing that too. Can't even be a low-key felon. Signed a 100-year contract, paid off the loan in 6 years. Josh, yeah, that's New York, right? New York needed an influx of cash. Saudi Arabia came in, got the parking meter rights for the net. That's what I'm talking about. 470 is Mafia in Denver. Lamppost, what's up? How was your day? Inside the Denver airport, they have the most weird socialist death painting. Absolutely they do. The demonic bull and the stormtroopers in gas masks crushing children's heads with their boots. Why would they put that painting in an airport? Why would they make the airport to be the shape of a swastika? There's all kinds of crazy shit around that. 5-letter first gen RX-7, nice. It's all done under the guise of public safety. Yeah. They're safety for the powers that be, to keep you peasants from revolting. I was flying the drone today, and I wasn't looking at the drone. I was looking at the controller and hit a power line. And it didn't have enough lift. I continued to fly, but it wanted to land itself. It takes off, kind of. I'm going to put new blades on it. I think it's still good. I just think that it's missing so much blade, it doesn't have the lift it needs. Tag can still be read from behind, just not from an angle. Oh, you're talking about the covers? Axon dash cams do all of that now. You don't even need LPRS on patrol cars anymore. Put a computer monitor privacy screen. Yep, I've seen those. Jaeger had them on all his. Puerto Rico highways are rented. Yep. Puerto Rico was completely without electricity a couple weeks ago. That's been happening quite a bit. Made it home, unpacked, and am repacking. Midwest preparedness. When you drive down the road here and see the cameras that have red flashing lights when you pass, they are plate readers. Yep. Yep, all revenue generation. Pipe IR LEDs to your license plate frame, and it will overload camera. Yep, they'll definitely come and fucking want to have a conversation with you. Do any mill contracts currently? No. Every now and then we'll do some small thing. If we do any mill stuff, it's not out for bid. Like, we don't do any. We used to do a bunch of prime vendor stuff, but anytime we were doing military stuff, we were the sole source. So we would have a bunch of prime vendors hit us up for quote on product, but it has my company in the part number. Like, they're not going to go out for spent mag. They're going to specifically request SOE, spent mag, Chem-Lite pistols, right? They're not going to just go, we want a gas mask. It has to be filled by my company. Just ordered a couple Star Wars day codes. You're going to love them, man. The Star Wars bags are cool. Why are all these places having blackouts? Why are they really having blackouts? I would assume you know the answer to that. The story they're telling? I don't know. Sounds like a lot of bullshit. Spain and Portugal blackouts. Don't forget parts of France. What'd the White House just come out with? They just fired somebody. Trump fired somebody, one of Hex's guys or something. The same time, you didn't hear a whole lot about it. You heard a little bit about it. Same time, Citibank, fucking a bunch of people's accounts at Citibank were zeroed out, or at least showed zero. People couldn't get in their accounts. I'm not saying the two have anything to do with each other. I'm saying that happened so that you didn't pay attention to the other one as much. Mike Walls, the one who added, yep, that's him. Just ordered some more shirts. Thank you, man. Blackouts because they can't do their jobs, maybe. You ever make drop leg gas masks? Yeah, we did a side open and a top. We did 1,000 of them for 1st Marine Division. We also did them for some SEAL platoons. Didn't fire him. He nominated him for cabinet position. That's not the story I heard. You could very well be correct, but that is not what I heard. The guy that takes Tratus' place will ban more guns. Dean Conrad, what's up? You guys remember Event 201, right? Event 201 was the World Economic Forum's when they war gamed with Bill Gates and everybody. They war gamed COVID. The October, exactly a year almost before COVID actually happened. You know, they did Cyber Polygon, right? Cyber Polygon was a internet virus and a total grid down scenario, right? And that's what they're saying now. We need to, because of viruses that are out there, we need to completely shut down the internet and the power grid and then massively reboot it so that it kills the viruses, is what they're saying. If they do that, though, what a lot of people don't realize, like, to stand back up a power station, it takes massive power from another power station. Most nuclear reactors require massive power. They can't just fire up nuclear reactors. At least that's how it used to be. So if all the power simultaneously goes down, most power facilities cannot come back online. Do you think if they have to throttle power and redirect power, do you think the peasants are going to get power? No, they would love for the peasants to not have power. Then they could control them. Be miserable in so many ways. We'd all be on the same playing field. The tax collector wouldn't be knocking on your door. And you're right, it would be miserable. The numbers are as high as 90% dead within a year. Think about if the power went out and like let's just say people couldn't go to the pharmacy every month, right? Psych meds, blood pressure medications. So many people are so far into the pharmaceutical that they need pharmaceuticals to keep them alive, and the one pharmaceutical they're taking, they need 3 more so that one doesn't kill them. Think about CPAP machines. How many people have to have a CPAP machine? Or how many people have to be on dialysis? Or how many people with pacemakers, right? Any of that shit happens, all those folks are gone within a week. Everybody knows. I don't think I know anybody on dialysis. I'm sure some of my employees have relatives, perhaps. I don't directly know anybody on dialysis, I don't think. But they're not going to make it. Those people will be gone immediately. Type 1 diabetic. Like I said, let me wake up and my phones don't work and my truck won't start. Yeah. People get weird when the power goes out. Yeah, it's you know when the power's out because it gets really quiet. Like it wakes you up. I was crippled from a motorcycle wreck at 21. Did pharmacy closed, if you're old. If pharmacy closed, I'd be a prick. Mechanic and partner, like I said, I think we're testing the infrastructure forcing systems to kick in. There's a lot of talk right now that Walmart's not going to take cash anymore. I mean, you have all kinds of shit like that. Some of that hardware is literally decades old. Very few around that can work. Yeah, absolutely. Some of it's close to a century old. But wouldn't the virus just be dormant? I mean, do you think they're going to tell us the truth? We have to do this thing, be prepared for it. Nobody's going to prepare for it. 10% of the population thinks they're prepared for it. 5% might really be. 20% talk about it. Will you turn our power off for 1 week, twice a year, one in the summer, one in the winter, just to do a check? Oh, that's a good idea, man. That's good. Most people say they do that and don't. That's awesome. You learn a lot of shit very quickly. First batch of Soylent Green will be out for distribution 2026. I'm prepared to die when it happens. I'll try not to, but we'll see. Figure I'll do in 4 days. Yeah, even when you think you're prepared, I mean, fuck, an airplane could fall out of the sky and crush my building. Talking retail, anyone else notice that all Lowe's have 0 checkers, 9 self-checkout machines, only 2 of them are working? I've not noticed that. Walmart is going away from self-checkout. You have to actually pay a subscription at Walmart to use self-checkout. I told you guys that a year ago. I said it 6 months ago. They actually announced it today or yesterday. Fractional reserve banking is. He was like, how is this? Yeah, exactly. It's legal for them, not for us. Take the effort to lose a little weight. They could throw away the CPAP machines. And yeah, most diabetes is self-induced diabetes. Pay to use self-checkout is whack. I would pay to use self-checkout. Then I don't have to stand in my time costs too much money to stand in line. I'm old enough to remember standing in line and being in line for 30 minutes or 40 minutes. I remember standing in line at the commissaries on base. Like, I remember those days. They had long lines and you had all the magazines and you would just occupy your time looking at the magazines and the Inquirer and shit. Banks can lend 10 times something more than, yep, absolutely. Best part of owning a food business, millions of calories on the shelf, yep. Trump signed that order, making it where truck drivers have to speak English. They've been doing it in Arkansas. As soon as you cross into Arkansas, they come up and they're like, here, read this. And if you can't read that, they pull your ass out of that truck. I do pay for order pickup. So, yep, we pay them to deliver it. And the delivery used to be really good. And now the delivery people are very shitty. They come in their pajamas. They look like people you would not want fucking dealing with your fucking produce and your food. And they bring you just any fucking trash. Walmart used to be pretty good 6 months ago. They are not as good. Do all Faraday bags work the same? Every Faraday bag we bought off Amazon blocked cell signal. Every one of them. Now, many of them are not as nice. I like the SLNT, the silent, and Go Dark. I did not buy Go Darks because they didn't have them on Amazon. I bought probably 35 different Faraday bags, and they all did block. They all did work. Building that used to be our commissary oh, that's cool. I'll pay for self-checkout. At least my shit will be scanned accurately and bagged appropriately. Yep. Brando, what up? You ready, motherfucker? I shop at Kroger for all my groceries. Only use Walmart. Yeah, we're 45 minutes from Kroger. We have Walmart's what we got. We don't buy meat at Walmart. There's a lot of shit we don't buy at Walmart, but there's also a lot of shit I do buy at Walmart. Mostly dry goods and stuff. Spoiled doing grocery pickups for my grandfather. Listen to audiobooks, yeah. Amanda, did you check the jars the next day? All right, guys, I'm about to jump off here. Let me show you these bags one more time. May the 4th promo going on. If you're on our text or email, you know that. This is the free bag when you order over $50 and you use the appropriate code. You can collect all 2 of them. You never know, though. A lot of times we throw in other colors. Can't do meat or dairy at Walmart. Fuck no. Sam's Club does a good job at pickups. Nice. Nice. All right, guys, I'm out.